Hey chickadees, come on in for another episode of Mojo Mysticism. Today we're going to wrap up our 7 energy crescent reading with the 7th card. We'll review all 6 cards up to, to today, and then we'll talk about the 7th card and kind of tie the whole thing together for you. And don't forget to comment if you like this and you want me to keep doing 7 card energy readings. I'm happy to do that, or we can do some other formats next time. So, but first, come on in and check it out. Hey chickadees, it's day 7 of our 7 energy crescent card reading. So let's kind of back up and recap before we talk about our card for today. So if you'll remember, card 1, which was the past, this is the situation that is currently playing out in our lives, is really, that card was card 43, which is a 7. This is Spirit of Gratitude. So you can go back and watch that video for the detail there, but it's really about expressing gratitude for what is in our life, not what we want, but what currently is in our life. Day 2, which is about the present moment. So this was not the past, but the present moment. So this literally is what is our dominant energy in our life right now. That energy, that card, was card number 48, which breaks down to a 12, which is a 3. So that was Burst of Magic. So incredible card. Look for magic everywhere. It's all around us. And then card 3, which was what is hidden from us. That card was card 13, so that's a 4, and it's feeling the world. So we really talked about taking on energy and emotions, or emotions that come out of energy that we're taking on from other people in the world right now, and how we can release that. So that we can stay in our own positive energy and positive power, and then give that back to the world. So that was card 3. Card 4 is what the obstacle is in our way. So funny. So card 4, was card 35. So this is an 8, and it was the tall tale. So this is the card that kind of got me rolling. So and so we talked a lot about like what is happening in our lives that we might not be bringing into the light. And so that was card 4, and so that was the obstacle. Card 5 is the helpers. So this is energy, people, or synchronicities that are there to help us as we step into what is next for us, and basically kind of how things might fall together. So this was card 5, and we talked about the card. It was card 30, which is a 3, and it's the title of it is Shining Through. So this is allowing ourselves to step into more authenticity, let go of the tall tales from card 4, let go of the emotions from card 3, or the energy that we're taking on from others from card 3, put our good boundaries in place kindly, and then really step into authenticity here with card 5, Shining Through. Then yesterday we had card 6. This is the action that we can take toward our goal right now. And that card was Awakening Genius. It's card 29, which is an 11. And that card was really all about getting in touch with our guides, the genius within, and stepping aside to allow the flow to come through for us. So that's a wrap, kind of a high level overview of the six of the 7 cards that we've had this week. And tonight we have card number 7. So card number 7 is the potential outcome. And this card that we have here is another 11. So it's card 47, which breaks, you add the 7 and the 4 and you get 11. And this card title is Sacred Reverence. This is so beautiful. And I love how the cards just kind of played through everything going on, frankly, in the world right now, certainly in my life personally. So I mean, that tall tale got me. I'm not gonna lie. It got me. I was definitely wrapped around a limiting belief for decades, and releasing that has been a real joy to me. So, and then getting out of my head, just the reminder, get out of your head, stay in your heart, let the flow happen, and enjoy every moment of it. So coming to card 7, this Sacred Reverence is such a beautiful way to kind of wrap up our week, our 7-card pull. And this card is really all about what you see in the world. So when you look at, let's say, a flower, what do you see in that flower? Do you see just like the petals and the stem, or do you see the fact that that is a living organism and a sentient being and is a spiritual element in the world that you have brought forth through your perception of what's going on, right? Or not, when you see a puppy, do you see a puppy or do you see a spirit? What do you see when you're looking at the world? And when we look at the world through the lens and the perception of sacred reverence, we see the divinity in everything. Everything. Sentient beings, not non-sentient items and apparitions and things that have come together through, causes and conditions to be present in our three-dimensional world. All of it through the lens of the divine. It's an incredible way to end our week together. And I would encourage you to lean into a state of bliss with this sacred reverence. Lean into that state of bliss and let it give you the gifts that it has to give. Because when we see the world through this lens where everything is sacred, every person is a divine being, every sentient being has divinity running through it. It is composed of divine material. When we see that in others and we see that in everything around us, we can't help but be happy. It just is the way it works. I don't really know how to explain it. It just works. So I remember I had a friend years and years ago, back when I was practicing Buddhism. I practiced Tibetan Buddhism for about 10 years. I think I've mentioned that on the channel before. And this friend of mine, we were work colleagues, and I remember she was a little frustrated. She came out of the Christian faith, and she was frustrated by the actions of one of our other colleagues who just really wasn't interested in cooperating. I remember she and I entered into a challenge with each other, and the challenge was to see and treat every single person we interacted with as, in her case, Jesus, right? So every person she interacted with as Jesus, and for me, it was every single person as a Buddha, as the Buddha. And it was such an incredible exercise, and it was so fun to just really, kind of talk about that, because, I'm spiritually adventurous, thus this channel. So it was just really great to kind of talk about it from the backgrounds of 2 different religions and just like experiment with that. And so I would challenge you and offer a suggestion. No, it's a challenge. Whatever your background is, whatever your faith is, see everyone today as whatever that object of your faith is, whether it is God or Allah or Jesus or Mary Magdalene or Mary, Mother of Jesus, or anyone, or the Buddha, or whomever that is for you. See that. See every person, every sentient being in your world today as that. And just see what happens. Why not? Can't hurt, right? So yeah, I would challenge you to do that. So, yeah. And just understand and acknowledge that what we see around us in the 3-dimensional world is really spiritual. It is spiritual at its core. So if that is the case, and it is, then everything around us has intrinsic value. And even the most frustrating challenges that we face actually come from that same place of that spiritual material. So this is why when we talk about challenges, I think I've talked about it here on this channel, but if not, you're getting introduced to it now, that we understand that anything that happens in our life is not happening to us. Nobody's coming at us with something. It seems that way, but that's not what's happening. It's actually happening for us. And so if we can change that perspective and understand that there is a spiritual reason why even some of the most horrific and difficult things occur, we can begin to see the sentient beings that are involved in those difficult situations a little bit differently, and as sacred beings themselves. Yeah, so today I think just, if you can look at every single sentient being that you come in contact with as whatever it is that is, you're important to you, right? The head of your religion, or the, whatever it is, a deity, whatever that is, look at every single person you interact with today, every single sentient being, as the embodiment of that, and see what happens. So I hope you have a wonderful day today, chickadees. Let me know how this resonates in the comments. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you get more of this stuff in your inbox, or not your inbox, but your feed. And we'll see you here next week on Mojo Mysticism. And we'll, if you want me to do another 7-card pull, let me know. I will do it. So otherwise, we might change it up a little bit next week and maybe do a couple of 3-card pulls or something. So anyway, have a wonderful day, chickadees. Love you, and we'll see you next time.